Hey all! Today I'm going to show you how to make some super quick, amazingly delicious butternut squash, sweet potato and bacon cheesy bake. This recipe is awesome. I absolutely love it. It's so filling, warming and really cheesy. You're gonna love it too. This recipe is great. It makes 4 portions and if you're using your healthy extra, works out as half a sin, or if you're calorie counting, it's just 298 calories a portion. That's awesome. For this, you will need 300 grams of butternut squash cut up into chunks, 300 grams of sweet potato cut up into chunks, 2 onions, 250 grams of mushrooms, 2 bacon medallions, no fat, some salt and pepper, a teaspoon of thyme and a teaspoon of oregano, 400 millilitres of skimmed milk, 25 grams of reduced fat spread, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, 60 grams of reduced fat cheese, 20 grams of reduced fat cheese for the top, half a teaspoon of English mustard, and half a teaspoon of grated nutmeg. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're kept up to date with all my yummy recipes and whatever else I've got going on. Right, so let's get started. First off, put your butternut squash and potato chunks into a pan, cover with boiling water and bubble on a low heat for 20 to 30 minutes until cooked. While that's cooking, chop up your onions and mushrooms into chunks. Then, in a warming pan, spray some fry light, add your onions and start to cook until they start to brown. Once they start to brown, bung in your mushrooms. Add in your oregano and thyme. Mix everything together and allow to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once your butternut squash and sweet potatoes are cooked through, drain the water off and add them to your cooked mushrooms and onions. Stir everything together and set aside for later. Now cook your bacon rounds how you like them, and once they've cooked, cut them into small little chunks. You're going to sprinkle these on the top of your dish. Once that's done, in a pan, add your milk and your low-fat spread and slowly warm until the butter melts, but make sure it doesn't boil. While that's warming, in a small dish, add your corn flour and 2 tablespoons of water. Mix it together until it forms a nice liquidy paste like this. Once your butter has melted into your milk, take your corn flour, pour it in and mix it all together. This will help to thicken up your cheese sauce. Just keep stirring on a low heat. Once it starts to thicken a bit like this, it's time to add your nutmeg, your mustard and 60 grams of your cheese. Once in, mix everything together and keep mixing until the cheese has all melted. You can then add some salt and pepper to taste. Once your cheese is melted and it's looking like this, take an oven-proof dish and add in your squash, potato, mushroom, onion mix. Top with your cheesy sauce and sprinkle on the remaining 20 grams of cheese. Then sprinkle on your bacon bits and pop it into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes at 180 degrees C until your cheese is melted. Once everything's totally gooey and melted, you can take it out the oven and it's ready to serve. It's amazing. You can have it either on its own or with some veg or a salad. It's great. You can have it any way you want. I've just had mine today with some broccoli. You can even portion it out and bung it in the freezer so it's ready for whenever you need it. It's amazing. Super quick, super easy and totally delicious. Butternut squash, sweet potato and bacon cheesy bake. Best butternut squash, sweet potato and bacon cheesy bake I've ever made.